Hello and welcome to today's live stream here at Happy Fabric UK. So if you don't know us already, Happy Fabric specialise in heat transfer vinyl and heat presses. All of the lovely craft supplies you need for heat printing you can get here with us, including the lovely Happy Press 4 machines, which I'll be using today for the live demo. So what we're here to talk about today is a really, really exciting new product launch, and that is our new product called HappyGlow. So this is a type of heat transfer vinyl, which is applied using heat. This can be applied using your iron or your heat press, as with all of our HTV range, and it can be cut using scissors or a cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette. It's really exciting because it is a special effects vinyl and it glows in the dark. So that is pretty cool. This vinyl is going to be perfect for Halloween costumes, number one, furnishings, like you could put it on a duvet cover, on pillows, anything you like. It charges in the daylight, and then when it goes black or in a dark room, it glows a luminous green. So just to show you what it looks like it could be any other piece of vinyl. It literally could be anything. It could be white Happy Flex. It's a slightly off-white. It's very, very slightly got kind of glimmer of green in there. But like I said, once you put this vinyl in the dark, it glows a luminous green. And I'll show you that today at the end of our demonstration. So in terms of how the vinyl cuts and applies, it cuts pretty much identically to our Happy Flex vinyl, which you might be familiar with, and it sits to the fabric smooth in the same way that Happy Flex does as well. Obviously, it's got that special magic property of glowing in the dark. So just like our other vinyls, it's available from size A4 all the way up to by the meter, so you can cover as little or as much as you want with the HappyGlow. What I've done today as well is I've actually also got a sheet that's got a pre-cut design on it. So this was cut using our Silhouette Cameo 4. Like I said, it's also compatible with other cutting machines. So Cricut, Brother Scan and Cut, any of the large brand cutting machines, this would be absolutely fine on. And you can, of course, cut it with scissors if you don't have a cutting machine. So next week on our live session, we'll be covering everything around cutting machines. So if you are more interested in seeing the process behind cutting something like this and maybe investing in a cutting machine for your HTV projects, definitely come along to that one. So Thursday at 12:30 on our YouTube or Facebook channel. So, like I said, it looks like a normal vinyl in the daylight, and it works very similarly to Happy Flex. So it starts at £2.95, which is for an A4 sheet. You can get a lot from just one A4 sheet. So today I thought I'd just give you a quick demo, applying it just to a regular black t-shirt using our Happy Press 4. So I'm just going to cut out this design, if I can show you. So like I said, I cut this out using our Silhouette Cameo cutting machine here in the studio. We also sell Silhouette cameos as well on our website. Like I said, we supply everything and anything to do with heat printing. So there is our lovely design, got some stars, actually got the words HappyGlow as well. So when I weeded this out, it was super easy to weed. I actually managed to keep all of the letters that I cut out as well, which is quite cool. So similar to Flock, it's that tiny, tiny, tiny bit thicker where it didn't kind of curl up, so I can use the letters as well. So you'll probably see those pop up on our social media. Also used the Happy Fabric weeding tools with the LED light, because the back of the vinyl, so you can see here, is white. So see the cut lines were quite hard to see under normal light. So this LED weeding tool did save my life on that one. Okay, so as with any other vinyl, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this a quick pre-press under the press. Same as for Happy Flex, I've set the press to 150 and another 5 to 10 seconds. So I'm using our manual A3 sized Happy Press 4 today. Last live I was using the auto open. So you can see the only difference is that when the timer counts down, you have to open it yourself. But it's still got all the lovely features like the pull-out drawer, adjustable temperature and timer, all those lovely things. And it's beautiful in pink as well. I haven't used the pink press for a while, so I definitely thought this was a special event where I could put it back out again. So this was pre-pressing the t-shirt, and remember you want to do this to any item you're adding your HTV to, just to make sure there's no moisture or creases in the fabric. So it's really important because the backing of the HTV has obviously got an adhesive in it, and this can impact how well your adhesive applies to your fabric. So always remember, give it a quick iron if you're using an iron, or just a press under the heat press before you actually put your vinyl on top. So what I'm going to do is design. I'm just going to place it in the middle there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my release paper. So we do sell packs of release paper on the Happy Fabric website, which are specifically cut to A4 and A3 sizes. So really, really easy, especially if you're using a press. You can also use grease-proof paper from your kitchen just to protect the vinyl and the heat press or iron plate during the heating process. So I'm going to pop that under now for 10 seconds. So if you ever need help with any of our vinyls and what temperature they press or settings they cut at, it's all on this lovely DIY sheet here. So HappyGlow is in this list down the side here, and I can press it at 150 for 5 to 10 seconds. So it's all on there. This is a sheet that you'll receive with any holder so that you've got all of the instructions to be able to do it yourself. The cutting machine settings are on the back, and you can also download it off of the website. So you will never be stuck or without instruction for our vinyls. So going back to our vinyl demonstration, if I pull out the drawer and remove the release paper, all I have to do is peel away the shiny carrier sheet from the top of the vinyl, which is leaving behind my design. So here we go. Beautiful. So we don't need this carrier sheet anymore. You can also layer the vinyls as well. Just make sure you do it one layer at a time, or you'll stick your second layer to the top carrier sheet, and we don't want that. So remove the t-shirt now. There we go. It's gone on really nicely. So it already looks really cool because it's obviously white against black. But in just a second, I will show you what this looks like in the dark. So there we go. As you can see, it's nice and in there, just like all of our other vinyls. Applies really well first time, and there's no peeling on the edges either. So if you're using an iron to apply this, just make sure you iron the area beforehand, and then you want to pop your release paper on and your iron on top. Just make sure, even if you're using a craft iron like a Cricut, you want to put that pressure on and hold it in one place for 5 to 10 seconds in every single area so that you don't get that peeling. Almost want to pretend that you are a heat press. So this is just one t-shirt, and this is not even a full A4 sheet that I've used. I've actually still got more to play with there. So I could cut more stars or even a name, something like that, and get even more out of the sheet. So you only even need an A4 sheet for something like this, which is quite detailed. Okay, so I'm now going to attempt to take you out the back of the showroom into the dark so that you can see this properly. Let me just add my phone to the stream. So here we go. Okay. So going to move out the back now. You can see already it's starting to glow. If I move back here, you can see that that is glowing pretty well. Probably even better than the fire exit signs, actually. I'll move this back a little bit so you can see closer. That is pretty cool. Okay, so just coming back now into the main studio. So that is what it looks like behind the scenes, which is pretty exciting. Just going to pop this back on the heat press for a second. So I'm now going to just check. I know we're streaming over YouTube and Facebook at the moment, so I'll try and answer as many questions as I can. I can see there's a few of them popping up here. So can you get big sheets too? So yeah, like I said, this was just an A4 sheet and I managed to get a lot out of it. Still got more left to use, but you can order this all the way up to by the meter. So you can get an absolute load of it if you want to do something like double duvet, anything like that, pajamas, you could definitely get a larger amount of that. Absolutely. So how much is this? So it starts at A4 sheet for £2.95. So when is this available? So HappyGlow, it's already on our website. All you've got to do is go to the happyfabric.co.uk website, just put in HappyGlow, and there it is. So what are the temperatures for the glow? So you don't have to do anything special with this vinyl. It applies just like every other HTV. Put it down at 150 degrees for 5 to 10 seconds. If you're using an iron, I'd recommend holding for the full 10 seconds and on the 2-dot setting, make sure you're not using any steam. That's really important because that can impact the adhesive. Is this suitable for pillows? Absolutely. So I've used the t-shirt in today's demonstration, but you can use it pretty much anything you like that can take the heat. If you're unsure about the material, make sure you do a small test patch with your iron or your press to make sure it can take the heat. But yep, clothes, bags, shoes, you could do anything that you wanted to with this. So do I need the machine to apply this? So this is our Happy Press 4 heat press. It just guarantees an absolute perfect press every time because you control your pressure, time and temperature to an exact measure. So if you're selling things or you're running a small business, something like that, I definitely recommend investing in a heat press. But if you're making the projects at home, you can absolutely use your iron instead on the 2-dot setting with no steam. Just make sure you really put that pressure on there. So what is the press? Good question. So as I just said, this is our Happy Press. This particular machine is our Happy Press 4 A3 and it is in pink. It also comes in white or turquoise. You can also add on auto open as a feature, which is really handy. We did a live event about that last week if you want to go and see it in action. We've also got an offer on with them at the moment. So every auto open press, you will get a free summertime bundle. So that's pretty exciting. So I'll just take a couple more. So where do you ship? So we're Happy Fabric UK to the UK, but if you are living outside of the UK, we do also have a version of ourselves in Germany. So definitely go and check out happyfabric.de. I love the Happy Press 4 so much. I love this. I love this when you come on and say this. I love the Happy Press 4 too. It's definitely my favorite machine. I think at the moment I'm leaning towards pink being my favorite color, but this changes every day. That is something so special about the Happy Presses, that they come in these stunning colors. So, okay, so is this HTV or the sticker vinyl? So we do sell 2 different types of vinyl on our website. One of them is iron-on, the HTV, and the other one is self-adhesive, so things that work similar to a sticker. This is HTV, so this is applied using an iron or a heat press. So it goes on fabrics, textiles, that kind of thing, whereas our other vinyl, which I'm assuming is the sticker vinyl that you're referring to, would go on things like glass, plastic, things you can't apply heat to. So this, to be clear, is HTV applied using heat. Okay, so I think that is a wrap. I don't see any more questions. I'll put the link to where you can find HappyGlow in the comments. Just go to happyfabric.co.uk and search HappyGlow and it will pop up for you. As I said, it starts with A4 sheets at £2.95 and you can go all the way up to by the metre depending on what you're planning to make. This will be absolutely perfect. I'm really excited about this vinyl because I used to have glow-in-the-dark stars all over my ceiling when I was little, and it just reminds me of that. It's so cute. I'm really happy with how well it cuts, weeds, how easy that applied. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, we'll be going live again next week and we'll be talking you through cutting machines. So if you want to see on how to cut and weed things, whether you should invest in a cutting machine, we'll be looking closely at the Silhouette Cameo and different tips and tricks for cutting your vinyl. So I'll see you then. If you need to get in touch with us before then, please email us at sales@happyfabric.co.uk or through any of our social media channels. And I will see you next Thursday at 12:30.